Hi everyone, this is Emmanuel from airtrain.ai. 2023 has no doubt been a breakthrough year for artificial intelligence, with ChatGPT giving the industry its iPhone moment of mainstream adoption. As the end of the year approaches, it's time to do a quick recap of the main events that shaped 2023 in the world of AI. So let's dive in. In 10th place, we have Google's botched launch of Gemini. On December 6th, Google published 15 highly produced marketing videos for its new model, Gemini. Most notably, the main demo video showed some very impressive capabilities, but turned out to be heavily doctored and borderline lying. It turns out Gemini Pro performs just on par with GPT 3.5, and Gemini Ultra supposedly beats GPT 4, but will not be released for a few months. The takeaway here is that Google is struggling to keep up with other big tech players such as OpenAI, Meta, and Microsoft. This launch event was supposed to reassure everyone, but the thick layer of marketing created more mistrust than admiration. In 9th place, we have Databricks' acquisition of MosaicML on July 19th. MosaicML is a fairly early-stage company providing cross-cloud training infrastructure for AI, and it got acquired for $1.3 billion by Databricks, which is arguably the biggest player in enterprise data and AI in the world. This is significant because it's essentially the first successful exit for an early-stage AI-native company. As the market evolves and funding runs out in 2024, expect to see more of those. In 8th place, we'll talk about another early-stage company, and that's Mistral AI. Mistral AI is a French company that came on the scene just before the summer and released Mistral 7B, an open-source model with very impressive capabilities. It was quickly picked up by the community, which produced dozens of fine-tunes based on the Mistral 7B model. In very recent news, they raised about $400 million and released last Friday the first ever open source mixture of expert model called Mistral. There's two takeaways here. Mistral AI has a very open approach. They believe in open source AI, and the community has greatly appreciated their 7B model. They are undeniably one of the main players in the debate between closed and open source AI. The second takeaway is that Mistral 7B is a fairly small model but can perform on par with larger models, and I believe this is where the industry is going. Check out my video on Mistral 7B to learn more. In 7th place, and to continue on the topic of small models, I want to talk about the rise of the local AI community. Thanks to tools such as Llama.cpp, Llama, and the r/local Llama subreddit, indie developers are able to use small models on their local machines and get amazing performance out of it. Thanks to models like Llama 7B and Mistral 7B, people are able to experiment and develop faster and break out of the shackles of closed-source AI APIs. This is significant to me because I believe the attention towards small models will only rise in 2023. For the 6th place, we go back to big players. In January, Microsoft announced an investment of $10 billion in OpenAI, which brings its ownership stake to 49%. Microsoft is obviously shortcutting its way into market domination, but the deal also greatly benefits OpenAI with access to Microsoft Azure's compute resources and also Microsoft customer Rolodex. This is significant as it sets Microsoft at the forefront of the AI industry ahead of Google and Meta. On October 30th, President Biden issued a landmark executive order on safe, secure, and trustworthy artificial intelligence. The order outlines a number of guidelines to promote safety, traceability, and scrutiny of AI models. This is a very delicate topic because regulations can greatly enhance the benefits of AI to the general public and minimize its pitfalls, but it can also have the perverse effect of stifling innovation and consolidating all the power in the hands of a few large companies who had a hand in the creation of those regulations. This executive order was generally well received by the community as a good first step. The order lays out broad guidelines without being overly prescriptive. At number 4, we have the release of Llama 2 by Meta on July the 18th. Llama 2 came in 3 model sizes, 7B, 13B, and 70B, and is widely regarded to this day as the best performing open source models on a variety of benchmarks. Llama 2 is notably open source and available for commercial use, which cemented Meta as a strong and earnest player in the open source side of the conversation. The 7B model has become a darling of the open source community and is one of the most frequently fine-tuned models. In third place, I want to talk about the NVIDIA stock rally of May 24. On that date, NVIDIA announced their earnings results for Q1 and boasted a 19% jump from the previous year. NVIDIA is the main provider of GPUs, which are undergoing a severe shortage at the moment. This earnings call announcement led to a 24% bump in the price of NVIDIA shares and has mostly kept going since then. The takeaway here is that once again, the shovel makers are the ones making the most money out of the AI gold rush, and this will likely continue in 2024 with more players like AMD joining the race. In second place, the most dramatic week in 2023 in the AI world was Thanksgiving week. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, was fired overnight by his board with no warnings or explanations. In a few days, Altman went from CEO of OpenAI to being hired at Microsoft to lead their AI effort to eventually coming back as CEO of OpenAI a few days later. To this day, we still don't know why he was fired in the first place, but this drama has undoubtedly shaken trust and confidence in OpenAI. The takeaway here is that Goliaths who seem unbreakable can also go through significant turmoil and show weaknesses that leave room for other players in the field to take space. And finally, in number one, the most significant event of 2023 in the AI world was the release of GPT-4 on March 14. ChatGPT had already been running since November 2022, but GPT-4 was a significant improvement in performance. GPT-4 is still to this day the best performing model out there on most tasks. It is the gold standard, and every open source model and academic study uses it as a reference point. This is my number one event of 2023 because, for better or for worse, OpenAI is the uncontested leader of the AI industry with the best models in town, mainstream adoption of ChatGPT, and a team of luminary AI researchers. This is unlikely to change in 2024 as OpenAI will gear up to release the highly anticipated GPT-5 and maybe inch closer to its mission of bringing artificial general intelligence to the world. Overall, 2023 was a very exciting year for AI and tech in general, and there is no sign of slowing down. 2024 will probably be even more exciting, and I will be here to cover it. So like this video and subscribe to the channel to hear all about it. Thanks, bye bye.